Residents as well as tourists have a very interesting way that they can explore the city every weekend through February. It is called the Great Hotel Extravaganza. It transforms 26 hotels in this area into stages of culture, entertainment, food, lots of stuff.
Lots of fun. Joining us from the Palmer House Hilton are Ken Price, Manager of Public Relations, and Executive Shoe Chef. I knew that's hard for me to say. Sous Chef. That's always hard for me to say. Michael Campbell. It is.
Thank you very much.
Exciting times around here for us.
Very exciting times. There are so many different choices that area residents, as Linda said, or people who are on what we call the rubber tire market, 300 miles from the city, who may not be in the position to go to Palm Beach or take a cruise or what have you. You know, this is a rough time of the winter. You know, it's uphill. We're paying our bills, but we still need a break. What the Office of Tourism has done is encouraged each of the hotels to put together themes, and there are things like jazz and opera and cuisine and that are amazing, and things that a lot of residents couldn't probably get on their own that they've arranged for us.
So say, for instance, you feel like I can't afford tickets to the opera, or I would like to bake something with or meet a chef and learn about these things. You can go to the hotel, you can do that, and you have the whole weekend right there full of activities?
Exactly. For example, the Conrad, which is the new hotel on Michigan Avenue, is putting together a celebration for Mozart. They're going to be having something very, very special for Mozart in the hotel, as well as some tickets to a Mozart performance of the hotel. So nice things like that. And again, we're calling these weekends extravaganzas, but the costs aren't extravagant at all. That's what's so important about them, because everyone can afford them.
And the original idea was just to give us something to do in the winter when it's usually typically downtime and depression and pick up our spirits, so to speak. And give us the
and it also it energizes the hotel staff because, wow, we got a chance to work on something that's fun and different. That's what we're doing
Michael
here.
is energized too. So for the Palmer,
I am energized.
it's history, right? It's history.
It's a lot of history. Yes, it is. There's a whole lot of history for us. And we're very excited to do the extravaganza dinner.
What's the history about?
Kenny, would you like to describe the child, please?
Bertha Palmer in 1879. A lot of Chicagoans don't know this. Her sister married the son of President Ulysses S. Grant. And President Grant had made a round-the-world trip and decided to end in Chicago, and Mrs. Palmer hosted this fabulous dinner in 1879 for the return of President Grant, because President Grant wanted to see his son, Brigadier General Richard Dent Grant, and his daughter-in-law, Ida Honoré. And Mrs. Palmer put this fabulous meal together from this china that she collected from her many trips to France, acquiring the French Impressionistic collection at the Art Institute. Right. Those are 22-karat gold. And they're magnificent.
Careful, right?
And that meal, Linda and Jose, was emceed by none other than Mark Twain. And you are holding his beer stein.
That is his. His personal.
How many of these you drank every night?
I don't know, but I'm sure they had a good time. Anyway, that meal is what the chef and the culinary department are replicating for a portion of our weekend, and we're going to replicate that meal of 1879, coming as close to it as we possibly can.
All right, we want Michael to be able to show us some of that.
Go.
We're going to show you some of this. Well, let's start with the salad, and at the time when this dinner actually took place, your salad was going to be wilted cabbages. They couldn't get the fresh produce that we can get now. So we're going to come as close as we can. We've got some baby Lola Rosa, some mosh, and we've got baby poached pears.
I know, I love those pears.
Stilton cheese, and a wonderful Riesling vinaigrette.
And then next to it?
And once again, not being able to get some of the produce, say, from the East Coast, some of the seafood, we thought we would honor that and add one extra dish to it, and it's a crab and lobster cake.
Wow.
That makes that really
it's a
better.
green mustard aioli.
And good old Chicago beef, right?
And good old Chicago beef.
Wait till you hear how his explanation of it is.
We're not going to do it to you. At that time, the way that they would prepare their beef is they would either wrap it in fat, or they would inject it with a lard injector to keep it moist and keep the flavor. So we thought we'd do a little bit healthier for you, and we would wrap it in a prosciutto ham. And then it's rolled in black pepper.
And then finally the brownies, the famous brownies. Can you show us really quickly?
We're gonna run through this recipe. I've got 1 pound and 2 ounces of melted chocolate, and to that I've incorporated 1 pound of butter. And once that's all melted, you're going to go into your dry ingredients, which is 8 ounces of cake flour. You got 1.5 pounds of sugar, 1 tablespoon of baking powder.
rich.
Do we have enough sugar yet?
Rich.
Okay, we
How
don't.
about that?
Because the first thing you need to do is we need to add the chocolate.
And this is the brownie that was invented in Chicago at the inspiration of Bertha Palmer for the Columbian Exposition.
It is.
And it has all of those
If
good
you would be so
ingredients.
kind, once you have added the chocolate in, then we mix in 4 whole eggs.
Go.
Okay.
Mix in real quick. Okay.
And we're going to mix all these as best as we can. Now, once this is all mixed up, what we need to do is we need to put it into a 9.5 by 12-inch baking sheet.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time to do that, though.
Have we? Oh, my
Yeah,
goodness.
We have, but
Press the walnuts
this is
in
what
the
we've
top.
got.
No,
Put them-
that's it. Yeah, come with it, Michael. Do
Yeah,
it.
because the good thing is we've got them already done here. Isn't that fabulous? That
really
was wonderful,
good.
doesn't it? Jose wants to try it.
Oh, yeah, I want to try the whole thing. The good thing about this is you can eat a part of history. I love this. This is wonderful,
We
wonderful.
do. Thank you so much. All right, Chicago's Great Hotel Extravaganza. That takes place at the Palmer House Hilton, 17 East Monroe in Chicago. You can call 877-CHICAGO or check on our website, abc7chicago.com, to get more information about at the Palmer House, as well as all the other hotels as well.
This smells so good, so good. There's much more ahead for us on the news at 11. Millions of Americans are no longer renting films from